Hey, what's up, bros? Thanks for clicking on this video. I just want to thank you in advance. But today is the subject gonna be about reality. I find it quite an interesting subject. I was inspired to write some things down after I watched a kind of documentary made by Moon. Look it up yourself. If uh, if I if I won't forget it, I will put a link in the description to the video I just mentioned because yeah, he got a really good point in there, and it got me thinking about my personal life because I like to game. I got a PS5 and recently, yes, I have been waiting for 4 to 5 years, so I'm kind of late with that. But anyways, going off topic here. But so I'm a gamer, and that means that I am eventually experiencing different kind of realities. A not so beautiful example of that is that um, let's say I spent 2 to 3 hours in one session on one game such as Fortnite. I like the game so much. I prefer to play it with a friend because it makes me feel lonely if I play it alone. So what I realize afterwards is that I know the POIs, the locations on the map of Fortnite better than the streets in my own neighborhood. When you think about that, when I thought about that, it sounded kind of crazy because it's like I somewhat believe they actually want us to like such game realities, such game worlds. I guess they like they want us to like that more than our own streets, than our own neighbors. And that brings me to another point, which is our dependence on the of or on the digital world. Because I talked about it with a colleague on at work, and she told me that when you go to college here in Belgium, you actually need to have your phone everywhere you go as a condition to um, to be able to access your digital class or digital platform in which you can like look up to tests or tasks or assignments and so on. But you need like a 2 second verification or something like that. So you need to just open an app on your phone and like scan a QR code or type in a code or something. And I personally have experienced that for 3 years. And that's when I really felt that you need it everywhere you go. At home, at school, in all the classes you go. Because like I noticed in secondary school, where my brother is in, you are actually obligated to use that word. You are obligated to use, or if you don't have one, buy a laptop. You have to have something to be able to access the digital world. They want us to do it. We are like getting dependent on it. And it's a funny note, by the way, but because every time I go to my grandfather, who lives a few streets away, we are kind of on the same line, on everything, politics and technology and so on, and we have the same opinion on like how is it called? like the governmental app here in Belgium is called It's Me, in which you just have to receive a code to identify it's you. It sounds dumb in my opinion. I got to be honest. My father thinks it's awesome and convenient, and I completely get that. If you think that's convenient, that's perfectly fine. Again, I want to make it very clear that my intention on this channel is to talk about perspectives and opinions, not to say like, oh, this and that, you need to this and that. So no, you're not going to hear it here. And if I do, drop it in the comments. No, shout at me like you, like the Pharisees did at Jesus. But yeah, it becomes scary. And another thing, I told my younger brother a while ago. We were like walking on the beach and just yapping. Like I like that word very much. We were yapping, and I got the thought about clones. Yeah, cloning. It sounds crazy, but when you actually think about it, on your phone you got like you can use your fingerprint to access your phone instead of typing in a code. You can also turn on face recognition. So they got your fingerprints, your face recognition. What else? Your voice, using voice. How do you call it? Voice guided commands or something. You know what I'm talking about. So they got your voice, your fingerprints, and your face. So they can eventually clone you. Your phone has it all. And that's why I personally like to become a minimalist, to be minimalistic with my phone, with technology. And I recently decided to quit AI because I use ChatGPT not that much, but like for more so for educational purposes. But now I think I'm just going to turn away from it. Um, and the last point I want to mention here is the role of AI. And there is a lot of discussion on the internet, and I don't have any Bible verses to mention at all, but I would say I believe that AI is like, how do they say it, like the Antichrist maybe, or the mark of the beast. Uh, I would believe AI has to do something with it. There are so many people. We are all sinners, but the richest people on this earth, they sinners as well. They use AI in their favor, and yeah, I would say it does not always turn out. It does not always turn out to be as good as we hope it would be. You know, I would say they use it mainly for financial purposes, to just make benefits of us, of products and so on. And but to but to turn uh, but to return to the subject of this video, what is reality? That is going to be the title. You know, we also have like Meta, Facebook company, has like a VR headset, I guess it is called. And it just, when you think about it, in 10 to 20 years, can you actually imagine us all with a VR headset on our head, just talking to each other, just chatting with some random guy from Japan instead of our own neighbors next door? Can you imagine that? So I guess this the purpose of this video is going to be a warning, or just something to be aware of, where I'm curious. I'm going to ask you, how do you use AI? Are you using AI to your benefits, or do you think you're using it for your benefits? Because it can make you dumber if you use it in a certain way. So don't depend on it. The only person you should depend on is Christ Jesus, God, the Lord or Father. But I'm not going to preach here. That's for another time. But I somewhat believe God has sent me here to create this video about this subject. So be careful about AI. You know, so yeah, it is I guess it's a warning. It's also a warning for me personally. It, just want to talk about, you know, the games I play or being a gamer. Um, it is something for me to reflect on. So don't get me wrong, it's kind of more of a message for me than it is me shouting at you. So yeah, just reflect on it, meditate on it, do whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next video.